What's up, everybody? My name is Cody Rattler, and welcome to episode 1 of my Pikmin playthrough series. Now, we are playing the original Pikmin, which released on Nintendo GameCube, so I had to start playing with the Switch 2 GameCube controller. Whether you're here to see how certain parts of the game are completed, or you're just curious to see the game itself, I'm happy to have you. Let's dive in. The classic starting screen. Let's go ahead and kick off a new file. So it looks like I have 2 different files already, day 22 and day 19. We are going to start a new file and see if I can beat it even faster than those two. Now, I want to be clear, this is not a speedrun playthrough by any means, but if I can set a new personal record, then why not? And our journey has started with Captain Olimer. I love how his little antenna is like sticking out of the ship, like out of the glass itself. Good old GameCube. And right off the bat, we are crash landing, and our ship is breaking apart into 30 different pieces, to be exact. Fun fact, this is the second attempt of me recording this video. The first time I realized there were quite a few settings I did not have adjusted, so hopefully this second attempt is a lot cleaner. I gotta love those old school pixels. Look at that grass. Look at that ship. My name is Captain Olimer. While traveling through space, my ship was struck by a meteor. I must have blacked out, and I woke up on the surface of a weird planet. With so many parts lost, the skeletal hull of my beloved dolphin is a painful sight. The engine is gone, and I'm stranded. To make matters worse, my atmospheric sensors indicate this planet's environment contains high levels of poisonous oxygen. My life support systems can function for only 30 days. If I can't repair the dolphin by then, no. Better not think about it. I must find the missing ship parts. Alright, we explore a little and we find the red onion. The red onion. And a single seed sprouts. A strange thing has appeared before me. I barely begun my search when it reared up as if it were waiting for me. It then dropped a single seed. What is it? Is it alive? Is it a machine? It resembles a vegetable on my home planet that we call an onion. I shall call this an onion too. Get a head start on the the seeds here while we wait for this bad boy to sprout. The seed that the onion dropped took root in the soil and has now produced an adorable little sprout. The sprout emits a strange light, and it sways back and forth without the benefit of the wind. I cannot help but to think it's calling to me. I'm compelled. I must approach it, and there she blows. The first of many. Extraordinary. When I plucked the sprout, it turned into a living creature, not a plant. Picking it has done no viable damage. It just stands there, staring at me. He's just standing there, menacingly. Its shape is similar to the Pick brand carrots I love so much. I believe I shall call it a Pikmin. Here I am, stranded on the toxic planet, fighting to survive, and yet I'm intrigued. I must research this fascinating creature. I shall grab it and throw it. Yeah, that's my first thought. Grab the creature and throw it. Yeet! And now we must begin to multiply. So with these pellets, you're going to see the numbers on them indicating how many we will produce. I believe if you match the color, it gives you more Pikmin than if you were to like use a yellow one on a red onion versus a red one on a red onion. Astonishing, the onion has sown more seeds. The small red pellet the Pikmin harvested after cutting down a flower appears to be some type of food that can propagate more Pikmin. The onion seems to be a sort of incubator. Needless to say, I must study this strange life form more. Let's see what we can do to multiply our numbers. I need 2 of you over there. Typically with any given item that you can carry, if it says a number on it, you can often have double the Pikmin carrying it. So that 5, for example, we can have 10 carry that bad boy. For now, though, I've only got 5, so let's put them to use. All right, I'm going to take the next couple minutes to gather the nearby pellets. Our numbers have grown to 14. I see 3 stragglers. What seems to be the issue here, gentlemen? Why are we not working? The rest are pulling their weights. or pushing rather. The Pikmin are as curious as children. They form groups to perform tasks that would be impossible for an individual. A glimmer of hope has begun to shine in my heart. If I can make use of their skills, perhaps I can fix my ship. Yeah, so basically Olimar is into child labor. That's what I'm gathering. We will get that engine part here in a second, but first, we must continue to advance our numbers. Yes, yes, all of the Pikmin are put to good use. They are working hard, and our numbers continue to grow. I've noticed that when I add Pikmin to my group, they become filled with excitement and flushed with a bright color. Other times they revert to a paler hue and give off a dim glow. Paying close attention to these differences is bound to help me distinguish between Pikmin. Essentially what that is saying is the red vibrant Pikmin that are with me are actively following me, but if I were to toss a Pikmin and leave it by itself, it becomes pale and inactive. It's a good way to indicate who's actually following you versus who's slacking, who ain't doing squat. And our numbers have grown to 25. Now we're going to go collect this engine parts. Amazing. There's no mistaking it. My ship's engine rests before my very eyes. By a stroke of pure luck, I have already stumbled upon the most important piece of my damaged craft. Fate has smiled upon me, but how will I get it back to the dolphin? Easy, silly. Free child labor. We're all gonna work. We're all gonna pull our weight around here, number 25. While we're carrying the engine back to the ship, I'm curious, how many of you have played the Pikmin series? How many are watching this having never experienced the Pikmin series? And for my diehards out there, what is your favorite Pikmin of all the various colors that we have? I think there's like 7 or 8 different types now if we're looking at Pikmin 4 being the latest game. This first Pikmin game, there's only 3, which is fine. It's a very simple game. One of my favorites. Alright, the ship is really not looking too good. It's got an engine, sure, but I would not want to fly that thing to space. It doesn't even have an exterior. I don't know where all of them are sleeping tonight. Oh, glorious. With the help of these Pikmin, I've taken a huge step toward home. My ship can once again lift off. The glimmer of hope is beginning to burn more brightly. But what has become of the remaining parts? That search starts tomorrow. And we auto-jump to nighttime. So in this game, there is a day and night cycle. And day 1, pretty much tutorial. There is no timer. There's no pressure. The rest of the game, days 2 through 30, the pressure's on. We are very much timed. Which, oddly enough, this first game was the only game that had the calendar pressure that it has, which is nice. The other games did not pressure you to complete it within 30 days, 1 day since impacts. I've somehow managed to launch the Dolphin, but I was surprised to see the Onion lift off with me. Perhaps the Pikmin cannot survive overnight on the planet's surface, or they've merely decided to join me for other reasons. Either way, it seems they will help me again tomorrow. The Dolphin's missing 29 parts. If I can't recover them all, I may never return home to my family on planet Hokotate? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Analysis shows life support systems will function for only 29 more days. How can I repair my Dolphin in such a short time? A dense forest is visible on the surface below. As it holds the keys to my survival, I'll name it the Forest of Hope. I'll explore it tomorrow. This is nice because at the end of each day, it recaps some stats for us. So day 1, we managed to populate 25 Pikmin. 25 have sprouted. We've lost 0 in battle, and we've left behind 0. I'd like to say for this playthrough, we can manage to leave behind 0. Let's see if I can actually pull that off or not. There are 25 red Pikmin in the Onion. We have 1 out of 29 parts, and there are 29 days remaining. And we've unlocked the second level, the Forest of Hope. But that is what we're going to wrap up today. I wanted to keep it short and simple. We'll do day 1 as episode 1, kind of a tutorial. Get our feet wet with the Pikmin, or not, because most of them would drown, except for the blue. So what do you think so far? I know we're barely touching the game. I do want to dive into episode 2 soon, so keep your eye out for that. But thank you for making it this far in the video. Let me know if you are a fan of the Pikmin series, if this is completely new to you. Appreciate if you drop a like, comments, whatever you feel like commenting. That's cool. It helps the channel. And I'm excited to kick off another series. It's been a hot minute since I've done any sort of Let's Plays, and the first Pikmin game is pretty short. short. I think we can get through it in a handful of episodes. My last attempt, I beat this game in 19 in-game days, so we'll see. I don't know if I want to do this 1 episode per day. We'll see if I can squeeze in multiple days in an episode, but I don't want to put the pressure on me either way. Just want to see how it rolls out, and we'll go from there. But thank you for your time. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and until then, my friends, adios.